Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about gold, the case for gold, when will gold price skyrocket, if it will. We're going to talk a little bit about inflation and recession, or what may cause gold prices to even go higher. So the case for gold, inflation, recession, I think there are a bit of confusion, a lot of people talking about gold and recession, which is related, but mostly the case for gold is inflation. When the dollar, the US dollar specifically, goes down, which may happen after recession. What happens if the dollar, the US dollar goes down? So in this case, gold may be a hedge against a weak dollar. So to back up this, we can look at 2008 and 2011, the 2008 and 2009 recession, and after that, and we can see when gold price went up and the possible reason for that. So we have a chart here with the S&P 500 index and also the gold price of the company Barrick Gold. Here in red, S&P 500 is in blue. So what we see is that around 2008, the gold price, specifically the stock of Barrick Gold, went up. And we see the main reason was not only because of recession or fear of recession, but because inflation was going up. So in 2008, we got a 3.8% inflation, which is higher than in 2007, 2006. And in 2009, inflation was really negative. And what we see is that before the recession actually peaked in 2009, at least in terms of stock market, which was March 2009, we see here. Before that, we saw the gold price going up. So we got the recession, as we see Barrick Gold and the gold price in general, it went down along with the stock market. And interesting that after recession, both of them went up together, stock market and gold price. And what we see is around 2010, 2011, the gold price really skyrocketed. And we see here, based on inflation data, that inflation was really the main reason, because there was no fear of recession necessarily at that point. Recession was over, a long time over. And in 2011, we see the inflation of 3.2%. And is the current environment being set up for gold? I think yes. Gold will probably still go up. And we see the gold price having already going up. In 2008, 2009, again, we see here the gold prices went up. Mainly because of inflation, probably fear of recession as well. Recession also plays a role for sure. And in 2010, 2011, as we saw before, the gold price went up mostly because of inflation. So we say inflation and fears of inflation. A weak dollar for sure. Companies, index funds, they may flock to gold to be a hedge against inflation. And we see here the reason. It's a little video about what would be the cause of inflation. Because we talk about recession, and during recession, usually you don't have inflation. But let's see what's going to happen. So Bill works for an electronic company. He makes some good money, making TVs, electronics in general. But what happened is, with coronavirus, he is not working anymore. And what happened? He's going home. He's staying home. He's not working. staying home. Government is paying him. So you see what's happening. Government is paying him. Some people may feel, oh, it's too risky to invest, so I need to save money. They're gonna keep saving money. And in other hands, the government keeps printing money. You see already what's happening. People saving money, government printing money. So this person, for example, this woman, her name is Lisa. He's planning to get married, but because of recession and coronavirus, she's not working. She's gonna postpone her plans. And let's say recession is over, coronavirus is over, Bill starts working again. What's gonna happen? Supply of products and goods, they're really affected because production has been reduced. And now Bill is back to work. He has to catch up with all the demand. And you know, there are a lot of money in the market. So Lisa finally can get married. She wants to buy a new camera. And you know, so much money because of all the money printing and supply of goods. It's not that great. Possibly, not necessarily. There are different opinions about this, but it's a possible scenario that we're going to have inflation because there'll be much more money in the market and the supply has been lower, and this may cause inflation. So let's talk about 2020. US government is giving the stimulus package, you know, lots of money in the market, more than 2 trillion and more to come, and is actually much higher than what happened in 2008, 2009, which up to 2019, some say it may account for 831 billion. So it's much less than what the government is putting right now. The stimulus package right now in 2020 is actually much higher, much quicker. And that's why we see the stock market going up and people believing that this will fix all the issues. But the question is, will that really fix? Will not even cause some other problems and consequences? So some say about gold that gold is already in a bubble. Is it really? Most people say, or most investors say, gold will keep going up. Is that true? There are some gold bugs, people that also say gold will skyrocket. Is it true? I think we need to have a balance, understand each side. They may have a point on each side, but the fact is major gold producers, the reserves are declining. So which means we have less gold and a possible higher demand. With the coronavirus, what's happening right now is some miners, they have temporarily shut down. The miners don't expect to be shut down for too long. And why gold and stocks are going up together? So if we understand that the environment for higher gold prices relates to inflation, we see that it really doesn't matter. Stocks are going up because some investors are believing that the measures that the government is doing will be enough, and it is pushing the stock market up, at least temporarily. I personally think there is a bubble there for the stock market. And gold is also going up, and the reason is because there are fears of inflation. You know, even recession cause investors to think about gold. So if we look at the 2010-2011 situation, we see that, we search here for inflation, we see that inflation was really the cause for 2010-2011. That was the cause for gold prices to go up. I have my gold and silver, or mining in general, insider trading, your closed insider trading report here. And I would like to show you a couple of companies just quickly. That's insider trading report for the last 3 months, with focus on companies that have more than one insider trading buying the stock, and focus on recent buys. So we have Kirkland Lake Gold, that even pays a dividend. We see a lot of buys recently. Lots, at least lots of money put in this company. But I mean, you have to look at the current price is already 49. It's not too far from 52-week high. But anyways, you have to look at that. There's also First Quantum Minerals. This is more like a copper company with some insider trading activities here recently. Quite a lot. We have these Ivanhoe Mines and West Kirkland Mining. West Kirkland is more like a junior company. Have to be careful. Is a penny stock, but close to 52-week high. Some good insider buying this company. So we're back here. There is also First Mining Gold, is also a junior exploration company, and this one I already trade that before, like in the past. You see a lot of buys. That's pretty good. Like Keith is well known in the mining sector. He helped building companies like even First Quantum Minerals that is here. Also, if we look at their website here for First Mining Gold, we see his name here. So Keith is also involved, or was involved, with First Majestic Silver. So that's a company you have to also look at if you want to. It's a junior company, but you have to really look if it is worth investing at this price. It might be going up. Of course, the big companies like Barrick Gold, which prices may go up. This is a 1-year chart. Let me put this a little bit bigger now. Is actually falling outside of Bollinger Bands and the higher side, so I wouldn't recommend buying now. Barrick Gold, I would probably wait for this closer to the low side of the Bollinger Band. But we never know. Gold prices may go higher, but at this point, we still don't have inflation. It may take a while, but the trend is up. I'm not an economist, I'm not a financial advisor, but my opinion is that trend is going up. That's it for the video. I hope you like it, and please subscribe, give a like. I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a good day. Bye.